CES, my first time at CES. Watch this video for my CES trip and my highlights for it. Yes, my real name is Suzanne, but that's not the point. Watch this video if you want to know more about my trip at CES for the first time and my first impressions about Las Vegas. Hey from the future, it's String. I'm about to throw some epic knowledge bombs and fried chicken at you. Get ready! And if you're new to this channel, like, subscribe and click on that little bit ding ding. Why did I go to CES, Consumer Electronics Show? It's because Lenovo flew me all the way from Australia to Las Vegas to hang out at CES. This time around I got to see 40 something, 42, 46, but it's 40 something new products being pushed out. And what was amazing was I got to see the updated foldable PC. It's an annual trade show where all the geeks and enthusiasts, held in January every year at Las Vegas, Consumer Electronics Show is organized by Consumer Technology Association, where the big brands and small brands come along and showcase and launch the new product lines. If you're a geek and you love technology, this is Mecca for you, and it's Mecca for me as well. For the last 50 years, CES has been the place, the groundbreaking place, the global stage for all the innovators and technologies to showcase what's new and upcoming. It's one of the biggest conferences in the world and I always wanted to go there. So the chance to hang out and geek out was amazing. I met a lot of old friends, familiar faces, people that I've seen online connected through CES, because one of the great things about conferences is that you get to connect with people together. It's also a hotspot for marketers and brands to stay up to date what's the latest cool thing about technology.
So the ThinkPads that you saw up there,
This gentleman here is Thorsten Stremlau. He is the global commercial CTO. He delivered a great presentation about remote working, about the Thinkpad, which he introduces a lot more here. But what I really loved was that we got to have the opportunity to geek out. I will share this podcast or this video podcast later in this channel. So subscribe if you want to have and listen to the Geek Out in the later weeks.
So the ThinkPads that you saw up there, the 701, everything else were the ones I grew up with, and I mean this is just the absolute nicest, thinnest, lightest PC with the most battery life that you could possibly get. Would you like to hold it?
Even like, oh wow.
There we go. That's right. That's why this is my favorite product.
So the Yoga has a 360 thing.
That's right.
Do you think that this will get into the 360 mode as well?
No. So we have the X1 Yoga, which is right here, which is actually, so this has the 360 hinge.
But this has probably better like power,
That's right.
battery life.
That's right. Well, no, power battery life is exactly the same. It's just, if you notice, this one's a little bit lighter than this one, simply because we don't have to incorporate the hinge into the device the same way.
Oh yeah, because I remember like the hinges are like, and I noticed like when you do the hinge, you have to lose that much desk space.
That's right. You need to have that little gap in there so that you can fold.
Yeah.
Now, I guess unfortunately, as I continue to travel in economy class, this is always one of the things that is a lifesaver though. So when you're sitting there in the plane, especially for long trips, and the person in front of you puts down the seat, so let me be very, very clear, especially when you have one of these, right? This is one of the problems. The person puts down the seat, your productivity is kind of gone. So that's why this is one of the things I really, really like about the device in the Yoga form, is that I can actually use it even on a plane with a very, very limited space with the Yoga.
Let's talk about Las Vegas. It's my first time there, one of my first impressions. When I walked outside the plane to the airport, to Las Vegas airport, I realized there were like slot machines right in the middle of the airport, and I forgot I know, crazy as it is, I forgot that Las Vegas is a casino town. There's so many new things that I've done in Las Vegas, and one of the things I did was went on a dirt bike experience, and it was my first time driving those like dirt bikes. And someone who has experience was like driving behind me, said like, String, have you had experience driving these dirt bikes before? Because you look like you were gunning it. And I was actually hesitating driving because I felt jet lag. It was 3 p.m. and that was the time where I felt like my peak concentration was down, or my peak, but I'm glad I went because I got to see the amazing landscape and the desert experience and being surrounded by mountains as well. Like when I was in Beijing, I saw the prototype, but this time around I was actually got to see the finished product. And Kevin Leary was able to like go behind the scenes and share the process of how the technology was developed. What was interesting was like it took them 4 years to develop, and I think it's important to emphasize because generally it takes 18 months to have a turnover, but they said 4 years because it's a totally new technology. And I always emphasize that foldable products is a new thing that's happening. We're seeing it with Samsung, and now we're seeing it with the new Motorola Razr, but we're going to see more PCs or more laptops becoming smaller and smaller because the fold technology has enabled us to have something lighter and smaller and even more powerful.
The trick is here in the hinge, right? So it simply folds over into this device. You can see that the experience also automatically changes. And if you can see here, there's nothing here. There's no gap or anything else that you see there. And one of the questions was so why would I use it? What's the difference? So this is now, as I said, a 14-inch tablet that I can use as a normal tablet. But you know what? I might want to read a book, right? This is now me reading a book rather than me reading at a tablet. It's much more ergonomic. And then lastly is when I'm sitting at my desk and I want to type something or I want to scroll through something, you can see it's a very compact little device that I can then use either with a keyboard, right, or I can use it with a keyboard separate, the way that I was showing it earlier on.
And the other things that I'm excited about is the new 5G, because it kind of indicates that the new technology of data. So the one thing that I thought was super exciting was that opportunity again, like originally with my Beijing trip, watch this video, is that I got to see and hang out with the C-level executives. Did you know that Lenovo has a gaming arm called Legion? So what I'm really super interested in is the booststation. Cost effective, that you could plug your laptop into it and turns into a gaming machine, which for me, I don't really care about, but the fact is that you could turn your PC, a laptop, into a video editing tool. Any gaming tool could be turned into a video editing tool because it's enough power to generate and help with your video editing process. So check out the booststation as well. We'll go. Recap. I have to say, first time in Las Vegas, first time in CES, second time hanging out with Lenovo. That opportunity to geek out, eat amazing food, and see what the latest cool thing is something that I utterly want to do every day. So thanks again, Lenovo, for letting me hang out with you guys. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you again.